Okay guys, welcome to another video by Wolftime Gaming. In this video we're going to be showing you how to work on decals, specifically on this 30k Space Wolf we've got here. We've got 3 decals to put on him, and we're going to be using the microset and microsol to do that. Before we go any further though, don't forget to subscribe and like our videos. We're trying to get as much content out there as possible to help you guys in the community. Really get some paint on these models. Nobody likes an unpainted figure, let's be honest. So it's great to get paint on there. I'm just trying to show you the best ways to do that. So yeah, we'll make a start on these decals. Okay, so the first step in doing this is to put the actual wet the decals themselves in some water. This particular decal here I've cut a little bit extra so I could just hold this one in, but I have got the tweezers there just to help me get it off and things. So you just hold it in the water for about 20-30 seconds or so, just so it softens and it can come off. Okay, so we'll give that a go and see if that'll come off now. Yeah, it slides off quite nicely. So what I want to do is just slide it off. Just to use a little tool. I've got a little pair of scissors here. I've got my tweezers and things as well. Just slide it off onto where you want to apply it. So you don't have to be exact with this, because we're going to use the microsol and microset to help us. So first off, you've got the microset here. Now the best thing to do is try and move it into as close a position as possible as to where you want it. And remember, this is just the water that we've got on there at the moment. Now we get a little bit of microset and we can just put that all over the model with a nice clean brush, just covering the whole thing. And what this will do, it'll soak into the actual decal itself over the next couple of minutes and allow us to manipulate it a little bit more. Okay, so to prepare the areas for the other shoulders, we are going to put a little bit of microset just on the shoulder pads there, just to help us manoeuvre the next bits around that we actually put on there. So we've got a squad marking and we've got the chapter marking as well, or the legion marking rather, with these particular figures. So that's a little bit on there now. Now I'm going to do the left shoulder pad to start with the legion wolf head, the red wolf. So just going to hold it again for about 30 seconds. Okay, so that's sliding off now. So what we'll do is just hold it against closer to the model as you can, and just slide it off and into place. Pop your little bit aside that you don't need. Now use your tweezers or a little pair of scissors or something, just to move that around and into place. It's moving quite freely. Get a little bit of your microset on there, just to help manipulate it and help this legion symbol just move around and move into place a little bit easier. It just needs to go slightly over towards the left and spin. There we go. And just pop a little bit more microset on here now. And leave that just to soak into the decal. Same way as we did with the front one. Just for a couple of minutes. And you can see now it's starting to bubble slightly at the edges. All we do, move it around slightly, just with your nice soft brush. You can use a soft cloth for this, just to manipulate it and soften the areas and push it all into place. I like using this. I've got this really soft hobby brush from Umbral, one of the Airfix brushes that I don't use for painting anymore, but it's ideal for using it for decals. Just pop a little bit more on that side there. And then we'll get our third and final decal. So again, we'll hold it for about 30 seconds or so. There we go, that's moving nicely now, just on the paper. So again, just hold on to the corner of it and slide it gently off and into place. Use your little brush with a little bit of microset just over the top of the decal itself. You can manipulate that and move it round slightly. There we go. So again, you just want to repeat this process just on each of the decals that you put in place till it looks fairly soft. You can see it'll bubble up a little bit just around, especially on the shoulder pads themselves, because they're curved, and the decals obviously off a flat piece of paper or a piece of card. So it's not necessarily natural for it to form over this curve of the shoulder pad. What the microset and microsol do is soften it enough to be able to do exactly that. So I'll just move this one around slightly. It just needs a little bit more help just to get it into place. I'll just use these scissors here. Try and put it into a place I'm happy with. And again, just cover it in the microset just to help it soften. We'll just give that a couple of minutes to work its magic now, and then we'll pop a little bit of microsol on there. Okay, so we've let that soak in now, and it's started to dry off a little bit. Now, the microsol you put on is the sort of last stage. This will soften it really, really well, so much so that any sort of knock will actually rip the decal, so you've got to be really careful when using this one. Now, the only time I actually use the microsol is as a last sort of stage to mould these decals over any curved areas and just seal it, essentially seal the decal, because even the slightest knock with this stuff will move it around, and you don't want to be putting it on with it and then for it just to rip and tear and have to start over again. So just popping it on all of these decals now, just giving it a complete coverage, smoothing them out, not trying to move them as such, just essentially wetting them with this solution. Okay, so we'll give that a little bit of time to dry, and then I'll show you the results. Okay, there we have it. The decals have now set. So that's just added that final little finishing touch to the model. It looks absolutely fantastic now, and is ready to take on all those hordes of enemies of the there just to get those decals on, and it does just finish off the model nicely, and it's so easy to use. They mold straight to the model. There's no fraying, no little bubbles or anything. It's absolutely fantastic, and such an easy method as well. So thank you very much. If you like the video, don't forget to actually like the video, subscribe to see much more content that's on the way. Any questions at all, please feel free to comment. I will answer anything that you ask. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.